which won't be such a snafu for us. So anyway, the primary objectives of the training is the day-to-day vehicle management you go do in the field, because I'm not there. You're my eyes and ears, right? So you have vehicles for SBC. I get a lot of questions too as why are we responsible for SBC vehicles? Why are we responsible for IT vehicles? My answer is, why am I responsible for them at all? I have no idea. Really, generally this program would fall on the property. I don't know why it doesn't. So that's my answer. I don't know. It just is the way it is. We facilitate it, it's shared service, and this is what we do. They have their responsibilities as point of contact in the field for your vehicles. And if you have a problem with them or there's an issue arises, you by more to talk to me, and I will reach out on my level to whoever's over there that my point of contact is and make sure that it's rectified. I have yet to date have an issue at that point to get whatever needs to be fixed corrected. Anyway, so operating business unit interface, which is what you all do. Record keeping, tolls, IPAC certification process. Now we have a couple of things for the IPAC certification process. I know there was stuff done in the field. Every time I do this training, I hear from someone saying to me, wow, that's not the way I was taught to do it. Or we don't do that, or whatever. And it's always a continual improvement. So you're going to want to keep up to date. A lot of people, when I came in, they were doing this program for a very, very long time. They probably didn't keep records the way they were probably expected to. However, they probably weren't told exactly what they needed to do either. So, like I said, the program is to be. I want a Suburban. You're like, okay, boom, you got a Suburban. We have cars that are in lots waiting to be used. That's not how it just ain't happening anymore. Okay. Again, provide an overview of the fleet program, the program hierarchy, roles and responsibilities, fleet regulation guidance, which is a lot of reporting requirements. The program structure in general, the IRS motor vehicle program, we have two fleets. We got mine, and you got criminal investigation. So it's FMSS and the CI. CI has their own fleet manager. Any correspondence between my motor vehicle coordinators and hers go through us. So if you get a vehicle or you get something from a CI person in the field, you will send it to me, and I will go. I will follow up with her. They have 2,500 vehicles, give or take, which morphs ours. We have about pushing three, probably about 270 now, maybe 268. I don't know exactly how many, but close to them because I no longer do that, Jeremy. Since Jeremy came on, he's taken over a lot of the day-to-day management of the program, which alleviates me from a lot of counting. Our ERM, although they are two separate fleets, CI has to follow our ERM. So when I redid the ERM about, it's due up again a couple of years ago, CI didn't like a lot of stuff in it, and they really have no choice. Either they take over the ERM as a responsibility, or it is what it is, and they decided to leave it the way it was. But they still have to follow it, although they have other, same thing with fuel compliance, they have other ERMs to further, because they have different types of fleets. They have home to work, and we'll get to that in a minute, but they have different purposes for the fleets than we do. Ours is mostly administrative fleet, barring fuel compliance. We'll go over fuel compliance in a minute. So the training will cover most of those points. Because proper fleet management and administration touches upon a diverse range of subject areas, the program is subject to regulation and accountability from several government entities, believe it or not. So you have GSA, who actually owns the FMR, which is the Federal Management regulations. It used to be under a different regulation that has been being morphed over to FMR. They're responsible for issuing that regulation. Then you have the Department of Treasury, who is your direct. You have you have the MVCs, and you have the Bureau fleet managers, then you have the Department of Treasury. The Department of Treasury has what's called a Treasury Directive, which tells me, as a program owner, what I'm responsible to do, right? The CEQ, which is the Council of Environmental Quality, they administer the EOs, executive orders. So we will get, just take Biden right now, our administration, they came out with, they want everything electric vehicles within the next, 3 years, right? They will come down with that regulation. They will tell us, not a regulation, it's an executive order. They will tell us how they should be implemented and give you further clarification of those executive orders depending on what it is. The EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency, they cover your carbon dioxide, NOx emission from the vehicles. They do the 701s. They are responsible to ensure that they announce the emissions cap per year, which keeps getting more restrictive as we go on. When I started, I think it was almost 400. Now it's down to 325 currently, which is probably just going to get tighter. The DOE